Hi everyone, can you guys hear me well? Hi everyone. Hello. Welcome. Are you guys able to hear me well? Hi Firdaus. Thank you for your response. Hello. Hi LV. Haven't seen you on Saturday. How are we doing tonight? I'm a bit soft. Is this better? Test, test. Able to hear me? All good? Okay, I'm okay. Thanks for asking. Thank you. I'm okay. Thanks for asking. Hello. Hi, you guys. Yes, I remember you guys. Hello. Yes. Who is Hey Knife? Can you tell me your name? And yeah, I got COVID. I am feeling much better now. Unfortunately, I got COVID. Very, very unfortunate. Hi, Faris. Hi, Varun. Test, test. I'm still having a little bit of sore throat, but I will try my best to speak up so that you guys can hear me well, okay? Hi, Rafa. Glad to be able to connect with you guys today. Alright, for those of you who just joined, welcome. My name is Coach Shahira from MasterMaths. Today we are going through our very final push for the PSLE Maths Revision series. After today, we have a few more days until Friday, your PSLE, yeah? Okay. I hope this is better. I hope the screen here is better. Thank you for your kind wishes. Thank you very much. I am feeling better, yes. Thank you so much. All right, we will begin in about 2 minutes' time. Please try the question on the screen here, okay? Let me try to shift this a little bit. Oops, too much. Okay, I think this is a little bit better. Firdaus, you are right. Fantastic. Okay. All right. For those of you who are concerned with question 4, there is actually not a repeated question. Question 4 is separated into part A and part B. Okay? Question 4 is separated into part A and part B. Yeah? Okay. The reason why there's only 4 questions today is because I do not wish to extend the live for too long so that you have enough time to rest. Coming PSLE soon, right? So that you have enough time to rest, yeah? Okay, we will go through this question in a minute's time. Quite a number of you have gotten the correct answer for this one. Shan, you are right. Fantastic job. For those of you who just joined, welcome. My name is Coach Shahira from MasterMaths. Today we are running through our very final PSLE live class for our PSLE Maths Revision series. The questions gotten for today's worksheet is actually from past year PSLE questions. It's the exact same PSLE questions. You can see the source written at the top of the question. Okay, and they are taken from many years ago so that hopefully hopefully if they do get inspiration from previous years, then maybe certain questions that we cover may come out. Okay? Varun, the answer is not 3. Can you try again? All right. Thank you, Dragon, please. Thank you so much. All right. Okay, I'm going to speak up now. For those of you who cannot hear me, I hope this is better. I'm already speaking up. Is the volume okay? All right. All good? Okay, I try to maybe move the mic up a little bit closer to where I'm speaking. Okay, so let's go through this question. Question number 1. A shop gave a discount of $5 for every $30 spent. Mrs. Tan bought a jacket and paid $81. What was the price of the jacket before the discount? So this question is on basically discounts. No percentage here, but they may very well ask you for percentage discount or things like that, okay? But for this question, we understand the term discount from the concept of percentage or the topic of percentage. And we know that if there is a $5 discount, do we actually pay for this $5? Do we actually pay for this $5? What do you guys think? If there is a $5 discount, do we need to pay for this $5? No, right? Yes. A lot of you are right. We do not need to pay for this $5. Therefore, if there is a discount of $5 for every $30 spent, this means that we only need to pay $25. Agree? We only need to pay $25. Okay, I hope you're able to see the screen well. Okay, so for every $30 that the cost is, we just have to pay $25. Agree? Right. Then from here, what we can do is to go and ask ourselves, if eventually we paid $81, okay, eventually the cost is $81, so how many $25 are there inside $81? How many $25 are there inside $81? What do you think we should do? Yes, a lot of you are saying yes, there are indeed 3 sets of 25 inside $81. So what I can do is divide. Okay, so I'm going to take $81 divided by $25. I will get 3 sets. 3 sets of 25 is $75. So what happens with the remainder, or how much is this remainder here? How much is this remainder here? 3 times 25 is 75. The remainder will be $6. Agree? Okay. For those of you who are giving decimal, please take note that this is a paper 1 question. Therefore, we should not use calculator. So what we can do is find the remainder instead, because we will use this remainder eventually. Okay. Right. So the remainder here is $6. Agree? So what this is telling you is there are 3 sets of $25 that I am paying, and I have a remainder of $6. Right? Okay? Then from here, if there are 3 sets of $25, since I'm looking for original cost, what I can do is I will take 3 times original cost, $30. I am not looking for how much I pay now, which is 25. I am looking for how much is the original cost. So this will give us $90, and the remainder $6 has no discount. Okay? And because of that, the final answer would be $90 with an extra $6 to give us $96. Okay? So this will give us in total $96. Original cost equals to 90 plus 6 to give us $96. The answer is option number 4. Okay? For those of you who don't understand, I will explain one more time. There are some of you asking when is P5. After this week, there will be more revision, but it will be catered to P5. Okay, so P5 will be starting next week onwards. Okay, so let me share with you the solution once more. Give me a minute. All right. Thank you for your patience. I am having a bit of sore throat, so I'll be drinking a lot of water now and then. Thank you for your patience. Let's continue. So, for those of you who don't understand, I'm going to explain one more time, okay? I'm going to explain one more time. The question is not asking for percentage discount, percentage whatever. So we don't need to use percentage to help us solve the question. I hope this explains your question, Seagull. Okay, so one more time, there is no percentage involved in this question, so we do not need to look for percentage discount. Okay, so what we need to do instead is to look for how many $25, how many sets of 25 is inside 81, because every time the cost is $30, we are paying $25. Okay, and what we have found is in $81, there are 3 sets of 25. So let me share with you a way to visualize this. Okay, I'm going to write it at the side here. So let's write this as discounted and original over here. Okay, let's call this original and discounted. Every time it's $30, I pay $25 instead. Agree? Every $30, I just have to pay $25. Okay? And then we found that there are actually 3 sets of $25 to give us $81. So I have another $25, another $25, and a balance of $6. Agree? This will give us, in total, $81. Make sense? This, for each of the 25, the original cost is $30. Now, because this $6 here does not qualify for any discount, this will be still $6. This will give us $96 as the original cost. Does this answer your question? Okay. Yes, we can also take 3 times 5 to give us $15, the total discount, and add it with how much we pay to find our original cost. Okay, so 3 times 5, 15. Plus another 81 to give us $96. That works too. All right? Okay. Everybody clearer now with this sort of listing of prices? Okay. We have 3 sets. These are your 3 sets of 25. And then with an additional $6 to give us $81. Okay. And if we map it back to the original, that's 30, 30, 30. With an additional $6 to give us $96. Clear? All right. Fantastic. I see a lot of yeses. Fantastic. Any other questions so far? Okay. If not, we shall move on. Okay. Somebody is saying this method is easier. Somebody is saying the listing method is easier. Now, because it's paper 1, usually the numbers are such that we can eventually list down, okay? Because the numbers usually in paper 1 are smaller and easier to deal with. So if you want to list down, no worries, you can do that as well, okay? All right, some other questions here are saying, which school paper is this? This is actually from PSLE 2016 paper 1. Actual PSLE question, okay? I hope that clarifies. All right, before we move on, can you help me spam the like button if you have learned something today from question 1? Thank you very, very much. For those of you who just joined, welcome. My name is Coach Shahira. We are down to our very final PSLE revision lesson, live class here on TikTok and Instagram. We hope that you'll be able to learn something from us today for your final PSLE push before your actual PSLE on Friday. Thank you so much for all the likes. We shall move on to question number 2. Okay. Okay. Someone is asking if this question is standard. Well, since it appeared in paper 1 actual PSLE, I would say that yeah, it is quite standard. They may very well appear in this year's PSLE as well. Okay, question number 2. This question is from 2015, again, paper 1. Actually, this question appeared in one of the school's prelims this year as well. For those of you who are saying SOS, let me give you a hint, okay? What I want you to do is to draw a very simple model to solve this question. Draw a very simple model to solve this question. See if you are able to do that. Okay? Then from the models, look for a difference. Okay? All right. Okay. We shall go through this question in 2 minutes' time. In the meantime, if you have any questions or concerns, you can also type it in. All right. MOE can be unpredictable, you're right. We may not know what will come out this year. Some of you are saying odd years are usually the harder ones. For all you know, this year may be an easier one. But whatever the case, whether you think it's hard or difficult or easy, just trust your revision. If you have revised well, if you have revised enough, then you should be good to go, okay? All right. All right, one last minute before I drop more hints. So Reshma, if you want to continue, you can. Okay, one last minute before I drop more hints. How many of you are having PSLE this Thursday? What paper is this Thursday? I think English is this Thursday, right? English. Math is on Friday, right? You can't see the screen properly. Is this okay? Yes, English. Oh dear. All the best, guys. Okay. One last minute. One person has gotten the correct answer. Wow. Okay. Thanks, you guys. Reshma, well done. Oh, more and more people are getting it. Fantastic. Yes, the answer is number 3. How many of you solved by drawing a model? Like what I gave as a hint earlier? Anyone? Personally, I feel that if you drew a model, you are able to visualize the numbers a little bit better. A lot of me's, well done. So, don't forget that whatever questions that come out, right? Don't forget the things that you have learned back in primary 3 or the nitty-gritty like a comparison model, things like that. They may come in handy, especially for such questions that we are going to attempt now, okay? Yes, so indeed the answer is option 3. So by drawing the model, you are able to see how the numbers interact with one another to give you certain things, okay? So based on this question, we know that Ling made 19 more cuts than Junie on Saturday. So I have Ling, Junie. I don't know how many, so I'm going to just leave this here and have an extra 19 inside. And then this will be Junie, right? And then after that, we can include by adding another 20 for Ling. So slightly longer. And for Junie is another 15, so slightly shorter. And from here, we are told that Ling made in total 3/5 of the total number of cards. So this is our 3/5. Therefore, if Ling made 3/5, we know that this extra parts or Junie must have made 2/5. Okay, everybody agree? If Ling made 3/5, then Junie must have made the other 2/5. Okay? Alright, so far so good. Everybody understand this model? All okay? Alright, now I like to tell students, especially those who are just learning models, this thing here. When you draw a model, when you draw especially a comparison model, there are only two things that you can look for. Okay, when you draw a comparison model, there are only two things that you can look for. You can either look for a total or you can look for a difference. Okay, now for this specific question, you just have to ask yourself which one makes the most sense to you. Now, if I were to look for a total, I have these values, but I have an empty part here. Agree? So that means I cannot find total anymore. Agree? So if I cannot find total, that leaves me with just finding the difference. So let's take a look at what happens if I find the difference. I can definitely find the difference in terms of value. Okay, I can definitely find the difference in terms of value. And on top of that, I see that if this is 3/5, this is 2/5, then my difference must be 1/5 of the total. Okay? So one more time, when you draw a comparison model, if let's say you don't know how to solve a question, and drawing a comparison model sort of get you somewhere, you can ask yourself these two questions. Should I look for the total or should I look for the difference? Okay? If there are missing parts to the model, then total doesn't work. Alright? If there are, of course, all the parts are known, you can find total, then you can work something out with the total, then that's fine. Okay? Otherwise, you can look for the difference. And in this case, the difference definitely helps. 3/5 minus 2/5 gives us 1/5. So 1/5 of the total will just be 20 plus 19 minus 15, which is just 24. Okay? Which is just 24. Got it? So from here, I can find Junie. Since I want Junie, which is 2/5, I just have to double this amount, which is 24 times 2 to give us 48. This would be Junie. Any questions? All good? Okay. Everybody understand so far? Alright. So don't forget, if you are not so sure of a question and you have a lot of numbers like this, you can draw a model to visualize the values a little bit better, okay? Alright, for those of you who don't understand, I'm going to explain one more time. Excuse me. I'm going to explain one more time, okay? So for Ling, we are told that Ling made 19 more cards than Junie. Okay, the words more than will signify a comparison. Therefore, we can draw a comparison model. Okay, the words more than signify a comparison, so we can draw a comparison model. So based on our comparison model, this is Saturday. Okay, this is Saturday. I have an unknown value here, but I know that Ling made 19 more. So this is my 19 more for Saturday. Okay, then for Sunday, Ling made another 20, so I'm going to extend Ling's bar by another 20, and I'm going to extend Junie's bar by another 15 because Junie made another 15. Okay, then we are told that Ling made 3/5 of the total, so Junie must have made 2/5 of the total. Alright, understand? Okay. So 3/5, 2/5 will give you the entire total, yeah? 5 out of 5. Okay. So we also know that from this model, there are only two things that we can look for, either the total or a difference. And like I mentioned earlier, from any comparison model, you can only look for these two things, okay? If you were to look for the total, you will be stuck because you don't know these two values. You don't know what is the amounts here. So you are going to be stuck. But no worries. You can move on to look for a difference instead. Okay, 3/5 minus 2/5, you will get a difference of 1/5. And this 1/5 just nice will be 20 plus additional 4. This is the additional 4. Okay, 19 minus 15 will give you 4. Then from there, you know 1/5 of the total. You can find Junie, which is 2/5 of the total, by doubling the value. Okay, yes, this is indeed a PSLE question. This came out in 2015, paper 1. 2015, paper 1. Okay? All right. Everybody understand? Okay, is this standard? Well, since they came out in PSLE, I would say that it's pretty standard. For those of you who are saying, well, it only appeared in 2015, so many years ago. Actually, this question also came out in 2023 prelims for one school. I cannot remember the name of the school, but this appeared in one of the schools for 2023 prelims. Okay? Yeah. So, is this common? Well, the only tough part is to actually be able to visualize how the numbers work together to give you a difference of 1/5. But once you draw a model, it's not too difficult. So I think this is pretty manageable. Okay? All right. Your school had 14 adapted PSLE questions. Wow. That's good, actually. Okay. Do you think there will be a hard question? I don't really want to say much about hard questions because my definition of hard may be different from your definition of hard. But maybe there will be one or two more tricky questions. Okay, for those of you who are requesting previous videos, they can be found on our YouTube channel. So you can go ahead and watch that. Let me get back to you on this in a while, okay? For those asking about the speed one. Okay, let me get back to you on that. Okay, I'm going to do a quick check in a while. Okay, the rest of you can understand so far? If yes, can we move on to question number 3? Okay. Alright, for those of you who just joined, my name is Coach Shahira. We are running through our final push for PSLE Maths Revision. PSLE is on Friday, so I hope you're able to squeeze in a thing or two from this live lesson. So let's run through question number 3. Okay? Question number 3 is from 2013 paper 2. If I'm not wrong, this is a 3 or 4 mark question. The first part, find x, it's only 1 mark. I remember this. This is only 1 mark. The second part, finding y, if I'm not wrong, this is either a 2 or a 3 mark question. Excuse me. Okay, somebody is asking how many marks is question for part A worth. It would be a 2 mark question for question 4 part A. Okay, I'm going to give you some time to try this question. Part A is very, very simple. Part B is not that straightforward. Okay, so please try this question now. Actually, quite a number of you have gotten it right. Okay. How are we doing so far? For those of you who got 130 for A, you are right. Okay, A is not difficult. Okay. A and B's answer can be written together, yeah? Together. Okay, how's it going so far? All right. Okay. For those of you who have asked about previous videos, they can be found on our YouTube channel. It's called MasterMathsTV. MasterMathsTV, okay? There is actually a playlist on all the previous videos. I will get my colleague to check if all the uploads are there, but it should be there, okay? So don't worry about that. Okay, a lot of you are getting the correct answer, so I'm going to go through this question now. Find angle X. Okay, so let's find angle X, okay? How many of you managed to solve for angle X in one step? Anyone managed to do it in one step? If you did it in two steps, no worries. But if you managed to do it in one step, fantastic work. What do you think is the angle property that we are using to be able to solve part A in one step? What is the angle property that we are using to find part A in one step? Anybody knows? Somebody is saying 90 plus 40, yes. What do you think is this angle property called? 90 plus 40 is indeed correct, but what is the property called? Why can I just take 90 plus 40? Anybody knows? Somebody mentioned it correctly. Yes, exterior angles. Actually, this property here is basically exterior angles. Okay, so what's exterior angles? If you have a triangle and you extend one of the sides, okay? If you extend one of the sides, the angle outside, let's call this C, is equals to the sum of the angles that are inside and opposite it. So here and here, A and B. So basically, C is equal to A and B, okay? I did not include A and B because the space is too small, but you get the point, okay? So this is exterior angles. Got it? P5s should be able to solve this question, yes. Okay? So straight away, we know that angle X is 130 degrees. All right. Okay. We are also told that ACD, this entire thing, is a straight line. BDEF is a parallelogram. So let me highlight the parallelogram. My parallelogram seems a little bit thick. Let me change it down, okay? All right. So BDEF is a parallelogram. Now, when you see a parallelogram, what you need to do is to go and draw out or mark out, indicate all the lines that are equal and parallel, okay? So we know that these two lines are equal and parallel. This line here is equal and parallel to the one opposite it. So far can follow? Okay, so what I'm doing here is basically just marking out my parallel lines especially. Okay, because once you have a parallelogram and parallel lines, you should straight away think of your four letters, your special four letters. I am going to write them up here. Okay, you should straight away think of Z or Z, X. Your four letters, parallel lines doesn't include this X, yeah? F and C. Okay, these four letters here will help you look for all the special angles. Okay, so for those of you who are saying U, that's fine also. So a quick rundown of what these four letters are. This Z basically would refer to alternate angles. The angles that I'm marking out in red here will be equal. Okay? The F in this case will be just the angles underneath the parallel lines. They are going to be equal. They are called corresponding angles. Okay? Corresponding angles. So alternate angles, corresponding angles. And then we have interior angles. They are not equal, but they add up to 180 degrees. Not equal, but add up to 180 degrees. And finally, the X. Not very relevant in this case because we don't have parallel lines, but the X here would just mean vertically opposite angles are equal. Okay, so the top and bottom is equal, left and right is also equal. Okay, so far so good. Okay, so with this, we are also told that EC is equal to EF. Now, very important here, very, very important. When they give you equal lines, okay, when they give you equal lines, what you want to do is to mark it out, okay? Let me write down or highlight this portion for you. When they give you equal lines, what you want to do is to mark out the equal lines because this question, very kind, marked out for you already. This line and this line is equal. Okay, but some questions don't mark out for you and it will be very difficult to visualize certain triangles if you don't mark it out yourself. So far, okay? One more time. If they give you equal lines, mark out the equal lines so that certain triangles like isosceles and equilateral triangles will appear very naturally for you. Okay? If you see equal lines, mark it out so that you can see either isosceles or equilateral triangles appearing so that you are able to tell what are the properties or what are some of the angles. Okay? Alright, so with that, we have actually, the question has actually already marked it out for us. So we know that this triangle here is isosceles. Agree? This triangle here is isosceles. Okay? The blue triangle is isosceles. Okay, so now how do I continue to find angle Y? Anyone can help me? Excuse me. Anyone can help me with finding angle Y? A lot of you have gotten 35 degrees, but how do we go from 130 to 35? How do we go from what we already know in X to help us find Y? Okay. Yes, quite a number of you have typed it in for us already. Thank you very much. Indeed, we take 130 minus 20. Okay, so how we get 130? We must first be able to identify that angle FED is also 130 degrees. Okay, this is because of opposite angles in parallelogram. Okay, one more time. Opposite angles in parallelogram, are equal. Okay, so if I know that X is 130, this must also be 130 degrees. Okay, so far so good. Then from here I can minus 20 degrees to give us FEC. So angle FEC equals to 130 degrees minus 20 degrees to give us 110 degrees. Okay, I am just finding part of what the angle is made up of. So just this part is 110. And this is part of our isosceles triangle. So now we can find angle Y straight away. Angle Y would be 180 degrees minus 110 degrees divided by 2. Okay, to give us 35 degrees. This is because of isosceles triangle. Okay, triangle FCE is isosceles. Therefore, angle Y would be 35 degrees. Got it? Okay. Alright, thank you very much for all of your comments and your responses. Actually, a lot of you did this correctly, so fantastic job. For those of you who got this wrong, I hope you're able to see where you went wrong. So far, any questions? If not, let's move on to number 4. Question 4 is broken down into parts A and B. So let's talk about question 4. All good? If you are good, can you please help me spam the like button? Thank you very much. For those of you who just joined, once again, I'm Coach Shahira from MasterMaths. We are going through our final push for our PSLE Maths Revision series. The link to this worksheet can be found at the top here in our Telegram channel. Okay? And since we are talking about Telegram channel, I hope that those of you who are in primary 6 this year can go ahead and search for our secondary channel. We actually have a Telegram channel for secondary as well. So once you enter secondary school, you can have all the resources that we post on there, okay? Alright, I'm going to explain one last time for some of you who are asking. There is a question here on why we divide by 2. The reason is because we have an isosceles triangle. So if this is angle y, this will also be equal to angle y. Okay? This will also be angle y. So 180 minus away 110. This is 110. We will get 2 y's. We need to divide by 2. I hope you are able to follow. Okay? Alright. Okay, if you are good, shall we move on to question number 4? Question number 4 today. Let's move on. Okay, wow, Frida was very fast. Okay. Thank you very much for all your likes and all your double taps. Very, very nice of you guys. Let's move on to question number 4. Story time. Let me think of a story, okay? Maybe you guys ask me questions along the way. Then I can think of what story I want to share with you. Right now, my brain is a blank. Okay. Alright. A lot of you are asking for story time. It's been a while, right, since I shared with you stories. Okay, anyway, question number 4. Question number 4 is from 2014, paper 2. If I'm not wrong, part A was worth 2 marks. Part B was worth 2 to 3 marks. If I'm not wrong, it was a 3-mark question. Okay? Alright. So part A, we are told that the figure below shows a table mat. The outside edge of the mat is formed by 8 semicircles and 4 quarter circles, each of radius 7 cm. So straight away, guys, if we know the radius, we can also find the diameter. Agree? For every circle question, I've mentioned this before and I'm going to say it one more time. For every circle question, go and list down your information bank of all the radius, diameter of all the different parts of the circle that you see. In this case, because we are given same radius, we only have 1 radius, 1 diameter. In the case where we have different sizes semicircle, or we have different parts of the circle, maybe a small quarter circle, a larger quarter circle, a full circle, a semicircle, whatever it is, if we are given many different parts, then we would want to come up with an information bank, basically listing down all the radius and diameter of the different things that we see in the diagram. Okay? But for this question, it's easy. We only have 1 radius, 1 diameter because they are all the same. So radius is 7, diameter would then be 14. Okay? Okay, so with this, please try part A. I will go through in about 2 minutes time. Part A is very simple. Part A is actually very simple. Okay, a quick recap on the perimeter of the mat. Therefore, we must use circumference formula. Circumference equals to pi d, area equals to pi r square. Okay, circumference equals pi d, area equals to pi r square. This is on circles. Okay, yes, the answer. So many of you have gotten it right. The answer is indeed 220. Do you think you need time to try, or can I just go through? A lot of you have gotten it right. 220. Can I just go through this part? Okay. Quick one, yeah? Alright. So how did we get 220? So many of our friends got the same answer. Now, another tip before I start, yeah? Another tip for circles question. Another tip is to write down an overarching plan. Okay, write down an overarching plan so that if there are many parts to the plan, you do not lose track or lose sight of what you're doing. Okay, so let me write down my overarching plan. My plan here is my perimeter will be equals to the arcs of 8 semicircles and 4 quarter circles. So perimeter equals to 8 semicircle arcs plus 4 quarter circle arcs. Okay, so this is the plan. Then from here you realize everything has the same radius. So what can I do if everything has the same radius? How can I make my life much easier? Anyone? What can I do if I have all the same radius? Some of you have mentioned earlier, we can form circles. Very good, we can form circles, okay? We can indeed form circles. Let me see. Yes, Naila, you're right. Okay, so let's form circles. If I have 8 semicircles, this is the same as 4 circles. And this is 1 circle. Therefore, in total, I have 5 circles circumference. Okay? I have the circumference of 5 circles. Got it? Okay, then from here, all I gotta do is look for the circumference of 5 circles. So that is 5 pi d, which is 5 times 22 over 7 times diameter 14. I will get easily 220, okay? The answer is 220. Clear? Alright. Everybody understand? Okay. Okay, fantastic. So our final answer here is 220. Please don't forget your units. This would be 220 cm, okay? All clear? Alright, if you are good, can you help me spam the like button again? Firdaus, you are right. Part B is correct. Crystal clear, fantastic. Okay, let's move on to part B. Okay? All good? Okay, how many of you are finding today's live questions a little bit manageable? Do you find this manageable? Okay, I think Firdaus is Fazrin, for those of you who are asking. His username is Fazrin. Okay, yes, you find it manageable. Great. The reason why it's manageable, why I've purposely included it such that it's manageable, is so that prior to your PSLE, you gain confidence through practice. Okay? That's why I wanted to make this a little bit manageable for you as well. No point doing all the tough questions, dampen your self-esteem, your self-confidence, and then later you do the paper, you feel very horrible about yourself. That's not what we want, yeah? Okay? So the reason why I've made it such that it's manageable is so that we can build our esteem as we go along, okay? Alright. Alright, let's go on to part B. For those of you who mentioned that question 4 is repeated, there's actually 2 parts, A and B. The reason why I don't cram them together is because I wouldn't have space to write down the solutions. That's why I've broken down into 2 parts, yeah? Okay. Unfortunately, Coffee Bean still hasn't sponsored me, so can you all please tell Coffee Bean to sponsor us? Thank you very much. Just kidding. Okay, continue. Part B, find the area of the mats. Okay, the area of the mats. This question is actually seemingly easy as well. The only tough part or the tricky part is a lot of students tend to get overconfident and then they just think, oh, 8 semicircles, 5 quarter circles. Just now we already established that this equals to 5 full circles. So I just look for the area of 5 circles. Do you think looking for the area of 5 circles is enough? Okay, for those of you who actually got 770, do you think looking for the area of 5 circles is enough? Let me highlight for you where your 5 circles are, okay? You will have 1 circle, 2 circles, 3, 4, and 5. Does this give you the area of the entire mat? Do you think this is correct? Okay, more of you are getting the hang of it and you are able to visualize it. Yes, this is not correct because we have all these parts not accounted for, right? But area just means space inside. So we got to account for all the spaces inside as well. Okay? Understand? So the answer for this, a lot of you are dying to know the answer. The answer is 2338 cm square. Quite a number of you have gotten it right. Okay? If you have not gotten it right, please try. Please try again. Okay? Now that you know all the parts that you have missed out, which is this portion here, please find those as well. Okay? Alright. Okay, so for those of you who are still struggling, what we can do for the area inside is to break it down into squares and rectangles. Okay? We actually only have 1 square. Oops. This is our square. Our 4 rectangles are over here. Okay, these are our 4 rectangles. Okay? Alright. So, if you were to look for the square, we know that this is made up of 2 diameters. Diameter 1 is 14, so 2 diameters will be 28. So far, so good? Okay, and then the radius of the quarter circle will give us the breadth of the rectangle, which is just 7. Okay? So, plan again. Let me write down the plan. The area of the figure is equal to 8 semicircle, 4 quarter circle. We have 1 square and 4 rectangles. Okay? The plan here is area equals to 1 square, 4 rectangles, 8 semicircle, 4 quarter circle. Okay? And earlier on, we've already established 8 semicircle and 4 quarter circle will give us 5 circles. This is 4 circles. This is 1 circle. Therefore, I will have 5 circles. So this equals to 5 circles plus 1 square plus 4 rectangle. Okay, that's all. Got it? Let me try to squeeze everything in so that you're able to see the 4 rectangle I've written. Better? Okay, there's nothing else beyond this part, yeah? There's nothing else already. So 4 rectangle is the last bit, okay? The answer is at the top here, for those of you who are asking. Alright, yes, coach, yes, somebody's asking, yes. What are you asking? Please type in your questions as we go, okay? So, 5 circles. How I get 28? Well, the radius is, one more time, radius is 7. Therefore, diameter is 14. Okay, so this is diameter, so it's 14. Diameter, 2 diameters will be 28. Understand? Able to see? Okay. Clearer, yeah? Okay, then from here, we just look for everything else, okay? So 5 circles will just be 5 pi r squared, which is 5 times 22 over 7 times radius is 7, so times 7 times 7. This should give you 770. Okay, 770. Okay, yes, all good. Then from here we can find 1 square. 1 square will be 28 times 28 to give us 784. Then 4 rectangles equals to 4 times 28 times 7 to give us 784 as well. Okay? So far clear? Oh, Snorlax, that is you. I haven't seen you in so long. Okay, got it. Okay, then from here I can find total already, right? So total area equals to 770 plus 784 plus 784, okay? Plus 784 to give us 2338. So 2338 cm square. Any questions? So far so good. Okay, all good. All right, before you go, do we have final questions? If not, I'm going to scroll over to the next page. Before you go, any questions so far? Okay. All right, if not, let me scroll over to the last question. Okay, 2338 cm square is correct. Okay. Okay, so last page, not last question, but last page. I hope I can move on. Okay. All right, for this last page, all I want to say is thank you very, very much for spending your evenings with me. For those of you who are new here and this is your first lesson, I hope you have learned something from it. For those of you who have been joining us every single week without fail, there are quite a number of names that I see. Thank you so, so much for spending your evenings with me. I really, truly appreciate it, and I hope that all our lessons have been useful for you. We wish you all the very, very best for your PSLE on Thursday for English and Friday for Math. Whether you are taking standard math or foundation math, we hope that you do your best. Don't panic. Make sure that you have enough time to go through all the questions and trust your revision, okay? Trust in yourself and in your revision, all right? Thank you so, so much. Can I get all of you to kindly spare us a few minutes to share your experience on how you have found our live lessons so far? You can click on the link if you are looking at the PDF version. Otherwise, you can type in tinyurl.com/mmliveclass to help us type in a quick few words to share your experience about your live class and your live lessons with us. Thank you so, so much. Thank you very much. I see a lot of nice comments. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And for my MasterMaths students, I am very, very sorry that I got COVID last week and was not able to see you off for your final lesson. I hope that you do your very, very best and trust your revision, okay? All the best, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Okay. Very nice to hear that some of you improved. Thank you so much. Oh, for those of you who are saying you will miss me, thank you. I am very touched. I will miss seeing all your nice comments and your stories. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Story time. What story time do I have? Something about my past when I was a little child. I didn't know this, but my mom told me that when I was, I think, about 1 year old, I was actually caught in a fire. Yes, I was caught in a fire when I was young, when I was about 1 year old. And my mom told me that I didn't cry. I have no recollection of this at all. I think because I was really, really young. But yeah, she mentioned that it's a miracle that I'm alive. So I guess my miracle is passing on to you guys in terms of our life lessons. Yeah, she mentioned that the fire was actually in the kitchen. I was in the kitchen because she was cooking, if I'm not wrong. How I survived, I don't know. I have no recollection, no memory at all. This is something that she told me. I actually forgot a lot of things from when I was younger. Yeah. Seriously. Very serious, actually. You fell down when you were a baby and you didn't cry. Wow, very powerful. Okay. Any other stories? Any other stories? What other stories are there? I don't really know. Oh, I have another one. My mom also told me that I was actually declared dead in her tummy. When she was about to deliver me, I was declared dead. So the doctor was saying that it will be a stillbirth. But again, another miracle. I think it's a destiny for me to live. So my mom's gynae actually came down. Her gynae was on maternity leave. She came down and delivered me herself. She was actually also on maternity leave herself, that gynae, but she heard that, oh, I was going to be a stillborn, so she came down and delivered me herself. And yes, I am alive. So yeah, that happened when I was still in my mom's tummy. Yes. Cher is a rare person for real. Yeah, maybe I'm a rare person. Okay. Maybe you all share your stories also. I will hang around for maybe another 3 minutes. Then we can say our goodbyes. You want my autograph for what? I'm not a famous person. Why you want my autograph for? Funny. You should take Coach Irfan's autograph. He's so famous. Samira from SMU. Yes, I remember, of course. It's not like that's you, right? I will miss you too. I will miss you too. Which center do you teach? I teach at MasterMaths. Next year, I will be teaching at all 3 centers. What centers do we have? Woodlands, Tampines, and Little India branch. Good luck for PSLE, everybody. Welcome. I hope all of you do your very, very best. If you are Muslim or whatever your religion is, please say a little prayer. If you're an atheist, please trust in yourself. Okay? Now, while I remember you, of course, you were asking questions. I remember. Of course, I remember. You can't wait for post-PSLE activities. Me too. Bye, Varun. Good night. Thank you for joining us. Oh dear, please don't cry during the practice paper or even PSLE. Guys, really, please don't cry during PSLE, okay? After you come out, really don't cry. It's okay. You have done your best. That's all that matters. Really, that's all that matters. Whatever the results may be, you have done your best. That's all that matters, okay? So please do not cry. It will be very sad to see a lot of people cry. Bye. Bye, Firdaus. Can you cry during science PSLE? No, please don't cry. Please don't cry. Dragon Place, you are from Gunning Sing. I know of a student from Gunning Sing as well, who is also in P6 this year. Miss Ro, you think you're Firdaus? Yeah. Okay, it's already 9:05. Shall we say our goodbyes now? Did I ever fail an exam? Of course, what are you talking about? Especially in JC. Nothing to be proud of, but I failed a lot. Almost every single one of my subjects, except for general paper, which is essentially English. When I was in JC, I failed every single one of my papers. All the way till prelims, I still fail. Yeah, so failing is part of life, of course. Bye, Fauzilicious. Yeah, but of course, I really did my best. And then for A-levels, I managed to pass everything, thankfully. So yes, I did not fail during A-levels itself, but all the other exams up till prelims, I was failing. So there is always a way, okay? Bye, Samira. Thank you very much, everybody. I'm very smart. No, I'm not. Thank you for your kind words. I just work hard, and I think you can work hard and be where you want to be too. Bye, everyone. Okay, I am going to end the live. Thank you very much for spending your evenings with me. I hope to see you guys around. If you already graduate from primary school and you still have time on Tuesdays at 8 p.m, you can just drop by and say hello, okay? Alright, thanks everybody. Good night. Bye. All the best for PSLE. I wish you all the very best. May you achieve all the things that you want to achieve and achieve your dreams. Thank you, everybody. Good night. See you at the next stage. Yes. See you. Good night. 3. Yes, I will remember you, Misha. I will try to remember you. Yes, thank you, everybody. Good night. Bye-bye. I will end in 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Bye. Bye for real. Okay, bye for real. Bye for real. Bye. 3, 2,